doesn't know what to say about sickness, especially in a global pandemic. Where do you even begin? I was actually chatting with a friend over text. We're both in isolation, and he said something quite interesting. He said, the coronavirus doesn't discriminate. And I thought this was quite profound. We've seen celebrities get the coronavirus. Tom Hanks, Prince Charles, NBA players. Viruses don't choose between the rich and the poor. They don't choose based on ethnicity or gender or religion. Sickness is a human problem. It's our problem. Now, I'm a relatively healthy person, and I'll be honest, and I'll say, I'm not too worried about whether I'll get sick. I'm more worried about, my parents, my elderly family and friends, or, passing it on to those more vulnerable than me. But when I actually get sick, it will hit me. I know it. I'll be stuck in bed, feeling horrible, feeling weak, feeling incapable. I'll need a doctor. I'll need my wife to do, things for me. I'll need help. And this is what sickness does to you. Even if you feel relatively healthy, sickness makes us weak. It makes us need help. And the Bible presents Jesus as a great healer, the greatest doctor. In Luke chapter 5, Jesus heals a man with leprosy, a horrible disease, incurable in its day. Jesus just touches the man, and instantly, he's healed. How our world could do with a doctor like this, right now. But Jesus was a different kind of doctor. He came to cure a different kind of deadly disease. He came to cure our greatest problem, our spiritual sickness. And the Bible calls this sin. You see, after Jesus heals this leper, there's quite a strange story about a paralyzed man. And this paralytic goes through incredible effort just to see Jesus. And when Jesus, sees him lying there in front of him on his mat, he says to him, "Friend, your sins are forgiven. Your sins are forgiven." Why does Jesus offer forgiveness when this man has obviously come for healing? Well, it's because in God's eyes, our greatest problem is our spiritual sickness. Our greatest problem is that we have offended God by rejecting him, by ignoring him. And this is sin. And sin means that we have a broken relationship with God. But Jesus came to fix this. He came to heal our spiritual sickness. He came to forgive us. And Jesus can only forgive us because he is God. Friends, what do you think? Do you accept Jesus' diagnosis of your spiritual sickness? And would you like to accept his offer for forgiveness?